Blockchain versus traditional databases, pros and cons. Blockchain versus traditional databases, pros and cons, a practical understanding with real-life examples. Blockchain is a decentralized peer-to-peer network. A blockchain network consists of nodes, a distributed ledger, and a consensus algorithm. In some cases, it also includes smart contracts and a state database. A blockchain network is primarily used to perform transactions and save the record of these transactions in the distributed ledger. The traditional database is a relational database consisting of tables and their relations. All the data is stored in rows and columns against a specific entity. They're mainly used to store information having logical relations between them. Blockchain technology has become increasingly popular in recent years and is often touted as a more secure and transparent alternative to traditional databases. In this article, we'll take a closer look at the pros and cons of using blockchain versus traditional databases and examine some practical real-life examples of how each technology is being used. Ledger and state databases are used in a blockchain to store information about the transactions and the network. However, the ledger is still considered the primary storage space for the blockchain because the state database ultimately relies on the ledger to be calculated. Pros of blockchain. One of the main advantages of using blockchain technology is that it is decentralized, meaning that data is stored on a network of computers rather than on a centralized server. This makes it more difficult for hackers to attack, as there is no single point of failure. Additionally, blockchain is immutable, meaning that once data is recorded on the blockchain, it cannot be altered or deleted. This makes it ideal for applications that require high levels of security and trust, such as financial transactions and voting systems. Another advantage of using blockchain is that it is transparent, meaning that all participants on the network have access to the same information. This can help to reduce fraud and increase accountability, as transactions are recorded in a public ledger that can be audited by anyone. Additionally, blockchain can help to reduce costs and increase efficiency, as it eliminates the need for intermediaries and can automate many processes. Bitcoin. The most well-known application of blockchain is the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Bitcoin uses blockchain technology to record and verify transactions on a decentralized network, allowing users to send and receive payments without the need for intermediaries such as banks. Supply chain management. Companies such as Walmart and Maersk are using blockchain technology to track and verify the authenticity of products as they move through the supply chain. This helps to reduce fraud and increase transparency, as all participants on the network can see where a product has been and who has handled it. Voting systems. Blockchain technology is being explored as a potential solution for secure and transparent voting systems. By using blockchain, votes can be recorded and verified in a public ledger, making it more difficult for fraud and tampering to occur. Cons of blockchain. While blockchain technology has many advantages, it is not without its drawbacks. One of the main disadvantages of using blockchain is that it can be slower and more resource-intensive than traditional databases. Because each transaction must be verified by multiple nodes on the network, it can take longer to process transactions on a blockchain than on a centralized database. Another disadvantage of using blockchain is that it can be less flexible than traditional databases. Because data on the blockchain is immutable, it can be difficult to correct errors or make changes to data once it has been recorded. This can be problematic in applications where data may need to be updated or modified frequently. Banking. Traditional databases are still widely used in the banking industry to store customer data and transaction records. While blockchain is being explored as a potential solution for secure and transparent financial transactions, traditional databases remain the standard for most banking applications. Inventory management. Traditional databases are often used to store inventory data, such as the quantity and location of products in a warehouse. While blockchain is being explored as a potential solution for supply chain management, traditional databases remain the standard for most inventory management applications. E-commerce. Traditional databases are commonly used in e-commerce applications to store customer data and transaction records. While blockchain is being explored as a potential solution for secure and transparent e-commerce transactions, traditional databases remain the standard for most e-commerce applications. Blockchain technology and traditional databases each have their own unique strengths and weaknesses, and the choice between them will depend on the specific needs of the application. While blockchain offers the advantages of decentralization, immutability, and transparency, it can be slower and less flexible than traditional databases. Traditional databases, on the other hand, offer speed and flexibility, but may lack the same level of security and transparency as blockchain. It's important to note that blockchain technology is still in its early stages of development, and many of its potential applications have yet to be fully explored. As the technology continues to evolve and mature, it is likely that we will see more real-life examples of blockchain being used in a variety of applications. Overall, the choice between blockchain and traditional databases will depend on the specific needs of the application, and organizations should carefully consider the pros and cons of each technology before making a decision. While blockchain offers many potential advantages, it may not be the best fit for every application. Traditional databases still have a role to play in many industries, and are likely to remain the standard for many applications for the foreseeable future. In addition, it's important to consider the cost of implementing blockchain technology. While blockchain has the potential to reduce costs and increase efficiency in some applications, it can also be more expensive to implement than traditional databases. This is because blockchain requires more computing power and storage capacity than traditional databases, and may require specialized expertise to implement and maintain. Another potential drawback of blockchain is that it can be more complex to use than traditional databases. While blockchain technology has become more user-friendly in recent years, it still requires a certain level of technical expertise to implement and use effectively. This can be a barrier to adoption for organizations that lack the necessary expertise or resources. In conclusion, while blockchain technology offers many potential advantages over traditional databases, it is not without its challenges. Organizations should carefully consider the pros and cons of each technology before making a decision, taking into account factors such as security, transparency, speed, flexibility, cost, and complexity. As the technology continues to evolve and mature, it is likely that we will see more real-life examples of blockchain being used in a variety of applications, but it will require careful consideration and planning to implement effectively. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.